In this video, I'm going to share with you my 5 best presents for custom bike builders or anyone who's passionate about motorcycles. Christmas is around the corner and maybe you need something to hint someone in the right direction so you don't get another pair of socks or another tie. Or you are actually so talented in giving presents that you look for something that the person you want to give it to actually really enjoys. I know how hard it can be to find a present that actually fits kind of the special hobby someone has, especially if you don't know a lot about it. So I'm here to help. This list includes presents for every budget, so you don't have to break the bank. And they're all presents that I, as someone who enjoys motorcycles, would really like to get because I got them for myself. Does that make sense? My absolute favorite, just because I use it every time I work on my bike, is this complete set of sockets by Proxxon. It has a 1.5 inch ratchet and all the basic sockets that you need. If you need anything special, they also sell extension kits. This one is amazing. My dad had one even before I was born and it still works. Now I have the same one and I take it everywhere I go. If I go on vacation, I take it. That sounds weird. If I go on vacation with my bike, I take it. You can choose if you want to get it in a steel box or a plastic box. I would recommend the steel box, way classier and much more durable. So this is a really, really great present. But for someone who might not be too familiar with working on bikes, you might need to know that this is a rather basic tool and probably a lot of people already have it if they already work on their bikes, because you need it all the time. So just look out for that. If the person you want to give it to is already into bikes, they might already have it. Nevertheless, this Proxxon set is amazing and might be a good upgrade to whatever the person is using at the moment. Also, you can never have too many tools, so don't worry about the double present thing. Next up is a tool that comes in so handy and can actually save your ass quite a few times, especially if you work on older bikes that can have seized nuts or seized bolts. And in my earlier days, I actually stripped quite a few of them because I didn't have this tool. And I only noticed how often I actually can use it after I've got one. I'm talking about a blowtorch, and in particular, this one. It's the Power Blowtorch by Rothenberger with the MAPP gas. I got this one because I wanted to loosen the exhaust nuts on my BMW, but they were so seized that they just wouldn't come off. Oh, no, nothing moves. And they're rather fragile. So I got the blowtorch and heated them up. Yes, it moves. And afterwards they came off so easily. So this one really helped me out. And if you're worried about safety, I get it. I was too, because just have a search for blowtorch fail and you know why. This one is special. First of all, but that's not too unusual, it has a piezo ignition, so you don't need a lighter to light it. I'll show you in a second. But the most impressive thing on this one is the MAPP gas, which allows you to work upside down. Not many blowtorches can actually do that. Most will just spit flames. This one won't. And then lastly, this metal tip at the top will never get hot. You just light it by pressing this button. You can work upside down and then you can touch this metal tip up to the front without burning yourself. So that's really nice. And this is something not too many people have. So that's a really good one for everyone who works on older bikes. And if you want to make their life easier, definitely get that. Or if you want to make your own life easier, it's also good to just give yourself a present every now and then. So next, another really helpful tool that makes for a good present is a strong cordless drill. I noticed that I need one when I try to drill out my handlebars and I went like this. Damn it, this doesn't fit. Nice, I've got one from our neighbor and this one actually fits. It doesn't have a full battery. Maybe we need to change it for that one if this one is too slow. So that definitely doesn't work. I think the problem is the electric drill. The drill I was using just didn't have enough power. So I'm gonna take everything back off, take the bars, go to Andy's place and see if he can help me drill those out. Perfect. His drill was way stronger and made quick work of the handlebars. So this is a really helpful tool. There are a few really good companies out there, Makita, Bosch, DeWalt. They're all really good. I'm gonna link a few down below. The only thing that you need to look out for, and I'm gonna make sure that all of them linked below have that, is that the Cordless Drill has an adjustable clutch system. That way it stops at a certain, I would say, pressure point. I don't know if that's the correct way to describe it, but I'll show you how it works. So what you can see is that it stops, and that way it doesn't ruin your screws. So you can actually use it not only to disassemble your bike, but also to assemble your bike, and that makes work a lot quicker. So that's a great tool, but rather on the expensive side. So therefore, something a little cheaper that is an amazing present for anyone who thinks about starting or just started their own custom bike project. It is a book by Gary Inman called How to Build a Motorcycle. It's a hardcover book, and inside you have tons of little drawings and really well-written explanations of every step. So it's not super complicated, not super technical, so everyone can understand it. And it really shows every step of the way to how to build your motorcycle. It covers the basics that are really helpful for beginners and intermediates, like how to work on your carburetor, but also the super advanced stuff like how to build your own frame and how to build your own gas tank. The only issue I have with this is that it's rather superficial. It's a great read, but you won't be able to build your own frame after reading this. Let's put it this way, if you can build your own frame, you don't need this book, even though you will probably enjoy it. And if you can't build your own frame yet, then you will enjoy it even more, because it just gives you an idea of the whole process. And in the end, you have some really nice, high quality examples of custom bikes by very famous builders with super nice pictures. So this is a great present for anyone passionate about building custom bikes, and also one that doesn't break the bank. So that's also a plus. Before we move on, let me read you something, because it actually has a list of all the essential tools that you need to build a custom bike. And guess what number 1 is? Number 1, socket set. Invest in a decent set and they will last a lifetime. Premium sockets fit better and the wrenches have stronger ratchet mechanism. The Proxxon definitely has. Choose something like a 100-piece set with a 1/4, 3/8 and a 1/2 inch drive sockets. So there you have it. Get the Proxxon set and you're set. Okay, last one. This is a great present for anyone who's passionate about working on motorcycles. It is a transparent model of an engine, and this specific one is actually the same engine that is in the real bike that I'm building at the moment. I'm really looking forward to building this. I also got it as a present, and I hope that this will give me somewhat of an understanding of how an engine is assembled. I mean, like, this is obviously not a real one, but it has most of the parts that are in a real engine. And since I've never rebuilt an engine, I hope that this one will get my toes wet at least. So yeah, this is a really great present, and maybe you can actually find a model that relates to the bike the person that you want to give it to is building or riding. So yeah, this makes for a great Christmas present. With all that being said, there are links to all of the products down below in the descriptions. If you buy one of the products through an Amazon link, I get a little commission and that helps to grow the channel. But all materialistic presents aside, I wish you a very happy Christmas with your loved ones, some relaxing holidays. And I hope that you found a present that will spark joy in this list. At least for me, they're all things that I really enjoy. And yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.